Alright, so we're going to open this up. This is the first silage. There were 2 lots of silage going to this pit. The first one was in early September, first week of September. We put some in here, and must be late September or early October. I can't remember. I'd have to have a look back at the previous videos.
Oh, Dad, look at this.
Yeah. There you go. This is the first time I've actually fed out. I remember feeding out as a kid or a teenager, once or twice, but this gate's got to be. I should open the gate up before I stop, because now I've got to load over top of the gate. That wasn't very good, was it, Ezra?
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll deal with that later. I'm hoping that this liquid at the front we haven't got too much wastage, because I think what we need to do is just fill the pit up with a bit more soft rock in the bottom of it, just so that this here flows out. It runs out if it does get any, so that it's not sitting there, because with it sitting there it's probably gone up under the cover. So that's the only thing I'm seeing at the moment. We'll open it up and see what it's like.
Yeah, because it feels soft always.
Feels soft?
Yeah. Like outside.
Yeah. So, like I was saying before, I was just thinking about it a bit more. I call it pit silage. Other people have bunkers that they put silage in, clamps. I'm sure there's other terms for it, but that's all. We call it pit silage because it's in a pit in the hillside. So if you have it on if we would do one on a flat paddock, we'd call it a bun. But this silage should be really good quality. Part of the reason for taking it off so early was to try and get some really good quality silage that we could feed to our milkers. So the 2 pits we've done shouldn't have any seed head in them because they were taken off so early. So we're going to cut it now and see what it's like. Drag this out. Now hold that, is it?
No, it makes the colour.
How does it look, Ezra? What do you think of the silage? Good?
Yeah, it looks a bit brown.
So pit silage is pretty new to me, even though my dad's done a lot of pit silage. I haven't been that involved in it, so I think the bit of moisture that we saw on the front has been soaking up into the silage. So what we need to do with the pit for next season is make sure it's sloping out this way, so any moisture that's in the grass can run out, come out that way,
yeah,
rather than just pooling here. Because
into that grass later.
Yeah. So I think there's a bit soaking into the bottom of the silage, but this silage up here, that's really nice silage. Doesn't have a real strong smell. So
Well, I just got over.
oh, right, we'll load up shall we load up the feeder wagon? Yeah. We'll just lift that gate off the hinges this time, eh? Yeah. Get it out of the way. So we got we set out to just get new spikes, but it was cheaper for the guy that we used to do the bit of engineering to actually buy a new box section than cut all these off and grind them up to where our new ones on. So yeah, we ended up getting all the bars replaced as well as the spikes. So she looks pretty sweet. So we also put put a new stand on it, you can see it out there. Right, so that's 2 small forks in there. You can see we're down to the ground there, so the water's actually only been sitting around that front edge, so we've wasted hardly anything. Like, this is all good silage under here, right down to the ground, so that's really good. I'm pleased about that. So we'll carry on. A new camera?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mum got it for me for, what did I get it for Christmas?
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
So I could video you. I'm happy with how that silage came out. It looks really good, smells really good. So the only place that it's really sitting is just, you can see around there, it's actually quite dry across the front of it. So yeah, really happy. That is some good silage. The cows are gonna like this. So I'm not sure how much to feed them. I've got no way of gauging it. I'm just guessing at this stage, just going to go off what, I guess, just winging it like I normally do. So it looks like, you know, if I know a round bale is probably packed in a bit tighter into a bale, but if you split this in half, it almost looks like 2 bales worth of silage, but if anything it'll be over 1, that's fine. So yeah, we're going to go and feed this out and move the cows. So with the feed out wagon, you got your floor chains. So your floor chains are pulling the grass up to your feeder chains, and then the feeder chains are going faster than what your floor chains are. So they're going, and the floor chains are pushing it up. And if you get too much, if you find you end up with a big clump saying to come over, you can go in reverse, and just the floor chains go in reverse. Your feeder chains don't. Your feeder chains stop where they are, so you can slightly back it up, and then you can start going again, and it'll slowly catch up. So it saves you having to feed out a big clump. You can just back it off a bit and then start going again. So it works quite well. I'm new to it, but I'm not new to it. You know, like, I've been around it all my life. I just haven't done it myself properly, going from the paddock to the pit, and from the pit back to the paddock. So yeah, now we're going to move the cows now, put them in there. This is sort of what they're going into. They got 3 more days like this, and I'm not sure what it's like after that. I haven't got that far ahead. So the cows are getting into the silage. It's really good quality feed. I'm really happy.